At this moment, there are roughly 1,500 active volcanoes on Earth. Among those 1,500 volcanoes, more than 100 volcanoes are located in Japan. Japan has the highest count of the volcanoes in the world. Because of those volcanoes, hot springs are very common in this country. We can find hot springs in any area of Japan. Since ancient times, the Japanese people have used baths from those hot springs. They believe it helps to keep good physical and mental health as well. They followed this hot water bathing tradition from generation to generation up to now. In Japanese, we call those hot springs as onsen. So, today in this video, I will show you a natural hot spring that exists in Fukushima Prefecture. So, let's go and see. The onsen that we are going today is located in a small village nearby Nihonmatsu City in Fukushima district. This map will help you to have an idea about this location. This is Fukushima Prefecture and this is Nihonmatsu City. It's roughly 270 kilometers from central Tokyo. So, now you have an idea about this location. Can you see, now we are in a bit of a rural area compared to the previous clips. Actually, in English, we call those onsens as public baths. In Japan, there are mainly two types of public baths. First one is onsen, the second one is sento. The difference between those two types are, onsen is a public bath that is based on a natural hot spring. It means onsen is using natural hot water coming from a real hot spring. The second type is sento. Sento is also a public bath, but it's using artificially heated regular water. I think now you have an idea what's the main difference between onsen and sento. In urban areas, natural hot springs are very rare, so most of the public baths in urban areas are sento, which means the artificial one. Now you can see the onsen that we are heading to is located in a remote place. Even though it's in a remote place, when we reach there, we could see some big crowds because Japanese people like onsen very much. Even though the public bath which we are going to now is located in a rural place, of course, people come from far away. Japanese people go to the public baths not just because they don't have bathrooms in their own houses. It's another culture. It's a bit similar to nightclub culture in some Western countries. Some people go every day, some people once a week. Others don't go much, but rarely. Finally, I reached the car park of the onsen. Look, now it's 6:22 in the evening. This onsen is closed at 8 p.m. Although it will be closed in 1 hour and 40 minutes, still more than half of this car park is full. Before we go inside, please see this description. Japanese onsen culture dates back thousands of years. Even in historical books written in 6th century mentioning about onsens. If would you like more details about onsen, you can check out Wikipedia on the internet. When we go to an onsen or any Japanese public bath, we have to follow a few basic rules. First rule: you have to be completely naked before entering the bathing area. Next, when we go inside, we can have only a small towel, but you can't dip it in the onsen water for any reason. Before we get into the onsen pool or onsen tub, we must wash our body to rinse out the dirt. Don't dip your head into the onsen water. In this case, head means above the area of your neck. Most of the onsen or public baths in Japan don't allow the people who have tattoos. In Japan, tattoos are considered to have a bad reputation. So more than 90% of the onsens won't accept you if you have a tattoo on your body. Once inside the onsen, you can't have any alcoholic beverages, and they won't allow you to enter if you have used them already. And also, smoking is prohibited. The last point is, they don't allow disturbing activities such as shouting, telephone calling, and noising, etc. Those are the basic rules inside a public bath. So now I am going to show you how these public baths are classified by gender. The onsen that we are going today, as well as the 90% of the public baths in Japan, are separated by the client's gender, meaning they have separate baths for males and females. You can have an idea by this image. The blue colored curtain is for males and the red color is one for females. There is another type of public bath called family onsen. In this case, they reserve a particular bath for a family. So the whole family, meaning the father, mother and junior kids, get into the hot bath together naked. For some foreign cultures, this is probably a bit weird, but in Japanese culture, this is very normal. Even in their own homes, kids up to 7 to 8 ages still have baths with their parents. Girls with fathers, boys with mothers. It's very normal in this culture. In Japan, there's a very famous saying that anyone's first time seeing an opposite gender's naked body is when they have a bath with their parents. So, I'm not giving any good or bad review regarding this activity. I leave it all up to you to judge. The next type is called konnyoku. The specialty of this konnyoku is they don't consider your gender. So, males and females can have baths together. As the family onsen, you don't have to be in the same family. In this case, people having a naked bath with unknown people or together with a girlfriend or boyfriend, company co-workers or any particular group. I've never had this type of bath experience, so I asked about the konnyoku from a Japanese friend who has experienced this. And she said, nowadays it's very rare to find this type of public baths in Japan. I asked her, in these type of places, do any sex-related matters occur? Surprisingly, her answer was almost no, except for small incidents that rarely happens. Anyway, I already got out of the car. Let's go towards the onsen while looking around. Can you see? It's a very calm natural environment here. Also, Japanese people always have a good relationship with nature. Whatever they build, such as any kind of new building or construction, they're always trying to keep minimum harm to the nature. Anyhow, could you see this onsen also in a forest? This road also ends here. It means this road is especially late for this onsen. Now I am in the entrance. We have to remove the shoes before we go inside. In Japan, most of the places like this don't let you to wear shoes inside. Before we go inside, we have to pay 500 yen. But I already pawned them, so I can pay after finishing the filming of this video. This is the gender separation curtain I already explained earlier. So, I go inside by this door. Before we go to the bath space, we have to remove all the clothes and keep inside these baskets. So let's open the door to see the onsen. Actually, we can't go to this space without being naked. If you are willing to have a bath here, you must have a body wash from those showers before getting into this bath. This water is 42 Celsius hot. When you finish your bath, you can buy milk, coffee, or any other soft drink from here. Or you can buy cup noodles. And also you can use that microwave oven to warm up your own foods. This is a relaxing space. After having a bath, people come to this space and spending some time here. Someone watching TV, someone having nap, reading, mobile phone gaming, internet. So many activities can be done here. Once you pay, you can stay here until closing time. Actually, this onsen is a tiny one when compared to the other onsens in Japan. There is one another thing that I want to show you. Here's a small boutique where they sell the villagers' handicrafts, home garden harvest, wool crafts, snacks and so on. Here this is homemade apple juice, just 500 yen. Key holder, 550 yen. And pendants. This public bath culture is another subculture in Japan. Now it's already spread to surrounding countries such as South Korea, China and Taiwan. Because they don't have hot springs, they use artificially warmed water as I described before. This is my whole description about this onsen. So, see you again in another video about Japan. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel to see my next videos. See you. Bye.